Our first speaker has been doing some deep research into why a simple night of watching certain content on TV or YouTube can leave us feeling edgy, dramatic, and sometimes ready to pick a fight with the people we love most. He'll be pulling back the curtain on the brain science behind it, how our reticular activating system and our mirror neurons can get hijacked by what we see on television as drama. Please help me welcome our president and first speaker, Daniel Ferreira, with the speech, Reality TV, Hijack My Brain. Mr. Daniel. Thank you.
I arrived at my ex-girlfriend's house after a night of fun with my friends. And I carefully go towards the kitchen, open the cookie jar, and grab the last cookie. As I am savoring the last cookie in my mouth, she exclaims, "Are you eating the last cookie? You don't care about me and this relationship." To which point I ask, "Wait, is this about the cookie?" Ladies and gentlemen, today I'm going to give you an overview of why reality TV is not what you think it is. As I grabbed that cookie and I was savoring it, and my ex-girlfriend at the time decided to say, "Hey, I don't love you," or "You don't love me because you ate the last cookie," what was her mind actually telling her? Well, at the time I didn't know. I was lost, confused. But then the TV was on, and guess what was playing? A myriad of different shows. Housewives of Hollywood, Daisy of Love, Rock of Love, 90 Day Fiancé. And what do all these shows have in common? Conflict, drama, a little bit of table flipping, and of course, screaming at your boyfriend or husband. As soon as I got to that day to her house, I knew there was something wrong. And it wasn't just TiVo, it was her. Now, what does that mean? What is RAS? Reticular activation system. Think about it this way. It's like a bouncer in a nightclub letting in good feelings or letting in bad feelings and leaving the good feelings outside. So when the bouncer comes up to you and says, "Drama, trauma, anger, come in. Everybody else, stay out." That's the equivalent of what RAS is, reticular activation system. It's like if you want to buy a Jeep and you start looking outside and everybody's driving a Jeep at the same time, and then you're like, "Wow, I am really focused on this." As she was watching all these shows, all she was seeing is table flipping and drama and trauma. She didn't realize that she was actually interpreting that into reality. And I was no longer a boyfriend. I was just a contestant in her TV show. Yes, we are not together anymore for obvious reasons, but the thing that I want to say is that she not only had the RAS focus on everything that was a fight, was bad, or trauma or drama, she also had something called mirror neurons. Now, what are mirror neurons? This is like if somebody smiles and you smile back. Somebody crosses their arm and you cross back. Mirror neurons are also something that is utilized in TV shows nowadays because you try to relive the experience of the people that you watch every day. So if you're putting in junk, or if you're putting in trauma, if you're putting in drama, you're going to repeat that same thing to the ones you love the most. Now, as you try to explain that to, let's say, your ex-girlfriend, she might not take it lightly. So tread lightly. She'll always say, "Hey, that's not me. That's the other people." It's never them. But if you approach it in a way that you can explain that maybe you're just imitating with mirror neurons and your RAS is just looking for a fight. For instance, I was digging a ditch with my friend because he's a plumber and needed help. And we were literally inside a sewer. She called me 20 times. And what did the text say? Who is she? What are you doing with her? And my friend also got a phone call in his phone number asking, where is my boyfriend? What are you guys doing? Are you guys in the club? What are you guys doing? Which is kind of odd, right? But her RAS was so selectively focused on all the trauma and all the drama. And as you know, all these shows, they have like different guys with 20 different women or a woman with 20 different guys. That was balancing back into our lives. And one thing I know for sure, if you have a bouncer in your head and you keep looking for the conflicts, you have to let in the good stuff. If you're gonna watch reality TV show, don't just watch 90 Day Fiancé. Balance it out with Earth, planet Earth. At least the penguins won't throw wine at you. If you wanna watch anything that has a little bit of that, I would say, frenetic energy, like a refrigerator hum that's constantly in the background, you're gonna become that refrigerator. You're gonna become always in the attack mode. Now, one thing I know for sure, I don't know how she's doing now because obviously, we don't talk anymore, thank God. But one thing I know that if everybody just takes this one tip, don't watch too much reality TV show. That's pretty much what's causing a lot of trauma and a lot of drama in your lives. And next time you go for the last cookie in the jar, think about what that cookie means to the other person. And also realize that the other person also has, I would say, a reality TV in their heads. So stop living in the reality shows that you currently live in and live in the reality of today and now in the physical presence. Mr. Toastmaster.